Hey guys, Chris here, bringing you a video of the Canaries. I know many of you have been waiting for a long time and breeding season has begun. So I don't have a whole lot of Canaries right now to breed, to be honest with you. I still am looking to hopefully acquire a few more females. Just really haven't found a whole lot of breeders that have stock that I want or that I like. I'd really like to get me some more lipochrome, but there's not really anyone else in the state that has them that either haven't gotten the birds from me or their stock is not very healthy. And so that's kind of where we're at. So I have one pair that's set up and on eggs right now. So this is my red factor pair. My male's the orange right there. My hen is yellow. She is a red factor. I just did not color feed her during her last molt. So all of her red feathers molted out into yellow. And so I know I get that question a lot as to how do your Canaries turn orange? And really what it is they have to have that red factor gene, which was bred into the Canaries through the siskin canary. And so that naturally colors or carries that red color. And so if you have a red factor canary, they molt naturally into yellow feathers, and you have to color feed them for those yellow feathers to turn into orange. And so one thing that people also don't understand is how if you just give them color food one time, then their feathers should just turn red or orange, and that's not how it works. You have to color feed them while they are molting and they're getting in their new feathers, and that color feed will help those new feathers come in an orange color instead of a yellow. So like my birds aren't molting right now, obviously, because they're breeding. If I were to give them color food in their water, it would do nothing for them right now. It wouldn't turn my hen orange or anything. She'd stay yellow because she's not molting right now. Now, if my chicks hatch and I give them color feed, the chicks will grow in red feathers. I don't color feed the chicks. I wait until their first molt, and then I'll color feed them there. It's just a little bit healthier for the chicks, and the red dye doesn't affect their kidneys or livers as much. So that's definitely something you have to look at as well. So we have our red factor pair here. I was trying to hold them off a little bit later in the year, but they wanted to breed and they were ready. So I set them up on Thanksgiving Day, and we're about a week and a half after Thanksgiving. She's got 4 eggs in the nest. So we'll let you see those. So she's got 4 eggs in the nest. So she's been sitting on them for about, I don't know, probably a good 5 days or so. And so we'll look at those, see if they're fertile or not here in probably a couple days actually, and then well, hopefully they'll be fertile. I mean, I'm sure they'll be fertile. This is one of my best pairs. So what's up, sweetie? Just doing a video. Can you come help me? All right. Sorry, my daughter wants to come into the bird room. So those are all, yep, there's Mikey, huh? So those are all hopefully they'll be fertile. So like I said, I'll candle them in probably 2 days or so. My male's been singing like crazy. They've been out in the aviary. They've had lots of exercise. So I really don't think I'll have any fertility issues. And like I said, this is this pair's 3rd year breeding. And they've been one of my best and most consistent pairs, usually about 4 chicks each round. So really excited for them. They've given me beautiful chicks. Some of the chicks come out with a little brown patch on the back like the female, and some come out pure yellow like the male. So excited about that, hoping that will come into play and we'll have some good looking chicks. So here is another female canary. She isn't 100% ready yet, but I did throw her in there just because my males are singing really loud, and so I'm hoping that maybe they'll bring her into condition a little bit more. So at the moment, my lipochrome male, he's out there. You can see him. He's eating some food. We'll open the door there. So you can see he's eating some food. He actually injured his foot, his toe, really bad. It got infected. I ended up having to take his bands off of his legs. And it really did some damage to his foot. So to be honest with you, I don't think he's going to be ready to breed this year. So, which is unfortunate, which means my Lipochrome females, which I have her and her, won't have a Lipochrome male to breed with her. So if I can find a male, I'll definitely buy him and bring him in, get some new blood going. But for right now, I thought about maybe if she accepts, I'll set her up with my Red Factor male. We'll see what those babies look like. So then down here, I have my Lipochrome hen. She's been playing around with the nest. She's kind of been building, tearing it down, building, tearing it down. And then I have one of my mosaic males. He's really pretty. I put him in there with her. I have them together because my male is very calm. He's not aggressive at all towards her, and that's why I have them together. I'm hoping here in the next week or so, maybe they'll show some breeding signs to me. He's been singing a lot, and you know, hopefully here in the future we'll get them going as well. So that's all I have right now for the Canaries. I have one extra male mosaic out here. He's out in the aviary. You'll probably hear him sing throughout the video. So that's all I have as far as Canaries go. I've thinned out my flock quite a bit in the past, you know, month or so, or past year or so, and I'm looking to build that back up. And so slowly we'll get that. If I can find the right birds and the right price, I will definitely buy them and add them to the flock. I mean, as of right now, hopefully I can find some that are already in breeding condition and I could just set them up for breeding after quarantine, but we'll see what happens. I got my eyes on a couple breeders and some birds that they have, so hopefully here in the future we'll be able to get that going for you. But for right now, we at least have our Red Factors that are breeding, that have their 4 eggs, that are in there. And you can see them right there. So they look like they're doing pretty good. The hen's sitting really tight. She's a great mother, so not worried. So by next video, we'll be able to show you if they have any, if their eggs are fertile or not, and we'll go from there. Hopefully we'll get some chicks, walk you through that process of raising the chicks with your Canaries. So if you guys have any questions as far as setting your Canaries up, breeding them, if your Canaries are fighting, that sort of thing, drop some comments down below. I'd be happy to help. We can do some videos on them now that we have them set up. One thing I did look for and that showed me that this pair right here was ready was, one, my male was singing like crazy, and two, the hen was responsive to his singing. She'd either come up close to him while he'd sing, or she'd pay attention. Lots of times females, if they're not interested, will kind of open their mouths and bicker with the male, or they'll just fly away. They're not interested. Another sign that showed me that my hen was ready was she was carrying nesting material all around. She'd find feathers and sticks and leaves. She was carrying them around. She was kind of plucking her chest a little bit, which shows me signs that she's ready to breed. She's wanting to build a nest. And so I threw them in here. And oh, and also another really good sign was in the mornings when I would feed them their egg food and new seed, the male would go over to the female and feed her, and she would accept that and beg for food, really. And so those are all really good signs that your Canaries have, one, paired up, and two, that both of them are ready to breed. So when I put these guys together, she literally had that nest built within 2 days, and 2 days after that had her first egg laid. They were very quick because they were ready to breed. So those are some signs to look for. Some signs to also look for if they're not ready is if you have a nest in there and they're not building, that's a good sign. They're not quite ready. If you have them together like I do and they're fighting a lot, I would recommend you separate them. Put a divider in here so they can still see each other, but they're not together and they won't hurt each other. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a really calm male, so I'm not worried about them fighting. They've been really good and docile with each other. So those are some signs to look for if they're not ready. And like I said, if they're not ready, just split them up, let them still see each other. That gives the male a chance to continue singing, you know, start giving them egg food, start increasing the temperature and the lighting, that sort of thing. Make sure you're at least 12 hours of light before you start breeding these guys. All of those things will come into play and will help you out as far as breeding your Canaries. So keep that in mind. If you guys have any other specific details that you would like me to go into, I would absolutely be more than happy to help out. Like my males are trying to establish dominance. I just put my males in there, they're all singing. So just keep that in mind. Drop some comments below. These next several weeks, I'll be doing a lot of videos on my canaries and updates on them. So those who have been waiting all year for this, the time is finally here. I'm excited. I love canaries. They're so much fun. I think they're beautiful. They have beautiful songs. I love everything about them. So let me know what you think down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.